It is only when we truly know and understand we have limited time on earth, and we have no way of knowing when our time is up, that we will begin to live each day to the fullest, as if it were the only one we have. "20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things that you didn't do than by the ones you did do. So throw off the bow lines, sail away from the safe harbor, catch the trade winds in your sails, explore, dream, discover. The purpose of life, after all, is to live it, to taste experience to the utmost, to reach out eagerly and without fear for a newer and richer experience. To those who stay put, the world is but an imaginary place. But to the movers, the makers, and the shakers, the world is all around, an endless invitation. So the only question left to ask yourself is, where should you go now?"
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you may be around the world. Ali Midawi here with you with a brand new installment of Yup Daily. And boy, I love it when it's Monday, because it is the very first day to rock and roll, to get your mindset right. Money making Monday, whatever you want to call it. Let's just go into it. Today, I'm going to talk to you about the difference between developing and or building leaders or building representatives. See, if you are in the network marketing profession, you got to understand there's a big difference between building a leader and building a representative. I'm going to go over the difference, and I'm hoping you can ask or answer rather this question at the end of this live. Which are you building? Are you developing leaders or are you developing representatives? Let me give you a hint. A representative is not what you want to have if you want to build a multi-million or multi-billion-dollar enterprise. You definitely want to have leaders. Otherwise, you're going to be in a very muddy situation for a very long time. Do me a favor. Let me know where you are chiming in from. And if you're an entrepreneur or not, what business model are you in? Are you a solopreneur? Are you a coach? Are you an author? Are you a network marketer? Let me know, because I want to talk to you and give you some shout outs as the world is being connected in here. Feel free to hit that smash button, that subscribe, that like, that comment, wherever you may be watching, as we are all over the world as we speak. So good morning to you all. So let's talk about it. So why would I want to build leaders and not representatives? See, the idea of a representative is someone who represents an ambassador of a project, of a company, of a logo, of a team, of an organization, of a community. And there's nothing wrong with that. However, if you want to develop a company, if you want to have longevity, if you want to have retention, my advice to you is to start developing leaders. Now, it takes a lot more work, a lot more effort, a lot more patience, a lot more craziness to develop leaders over developing representatives. It is a lot easier to attract and bring in representatives than it is to attract leaders. Why? Well, I think once I go over this list, you're going to understand why is it a little bit harder to find ready to go leaders. However, don't get my message wrong. You can develop a representative onto a leader, but you have to make sure that you're doing the very first day. Plus, I'm going to give you a ninja bonus on how to have an honest conversation to make a representative make a decision onto becoming a leader. So let's talk about the differences between both, right? See, a representative is someone who is dependent. The representative is dependent on a company. A representative is dependent on a back office. A representative is dependent on a video. A representative is dependent on an upline. A representative is just dependent, waiting for someone else to do something for him and or her. Is that someone that you would want to attract in your business? At first, there are many people who don't know how to build or lead or grow a business. So many people are going to come across as if they are just representatives, right? Does not mean exclude them out. I'm just telling you, you have to make a transition for that person, because a leader is someone who is an independent thinker, an independent doer. I'll give you an example for myself. 2012, I got enrolled by a gentleman in an energy company called North American Power. They sold. They're no longer in the network marketing business. And About 3, maybe 4 months later, the gentleman quit. This is a guy who built me up and told me, like, you're going to be the best and you're going to do this and you're going to do that. He just quit on me and left. And I had two choices. I either stop or I take leadership. Well, guess what I did? Man, I was so happy that I had, for the very first time, the opportunity to show the world who I am and what I'm capable of. So I went and I built a conglomerate. As a matter of fact, with the help of many individuals, we've built a $400 million company, and 68% of that network was in my personal organization. Pretty cool, right? That's the difference between an independent, active doer and a representative, because a representative would have said, I'm just going to wait. Hopefully this would work out. Hopefully somebody is going to hold my hand and pulls me out of my sad, miserable, bad, alone situations. Matter of fact, I actually went and I started my own headquarters in New Jersey for that company. Crazy, right? Make sure that you are developing independent leaders, not dependent, or make sure you are teaching the idea of being independent versus building someone to depend on you or on something. Okay. Number two, a representative has a low EQ. Now, remember, I'm not saying IQ. EQ, emotional quotient or emotional intelligence, is when you do not allow external sources to impact your mental attitude. It does not matter if I'm making $1 million today or if I'm making minus $100,000 tomorrow. My mindset is so still focused. It does not get me to be angry. It does not get me to be emotionally high. I'm so well put forward. I'm so focused. I understand where I am and I live in the moment, because I feel if you talk about your achievements from yesterday, that's called ego. If you're talking about what you are going to do in the future, that's called arrogance. But if you talk about what you are challenging yourself and living in the moments, that's called humility, right? Putting your head down and acting as a student. So a representative, unfortunately, gets shook really easily when it comes to anything in business. I know people who would literally call me, and I'm talking for 14 years that I've been in the business space, calling me repeatedly. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my, what happened? My leader just quit on me. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my, what happened? The compensation plan just changed. This just happened. The back office is not working. And they're like so emotionally agitated and emotionally high, or they hit one very first rank advancement or a couple, right? And they're like, okay, we made it. We are the best of the best. And I'm always advising the individual, humble yourself. Jimmy Izell, our CEO of the Young Entrepreneur Project, myself, sat me down about 3 months ago, and he said, hey, just remember, it is your time to take it to a whole different notch, to a whole different level, but maintain your humility. Don't let any title, don't let any income get in your head. Make sure that you are just working harder and keeping your head down. I said, yes, sir, we're going to do exactly just that. So what he was doing is he was developing and building a leader to a higher level instead of a representative who is dependent on an income, on a company, on a logo, or anything for that matter, right? So making sure that you are developing a laser focused, emotional, intelligent leader. How do you do that? Obviously, there are trainings on emotional intelligence through NLP in different ways. But me personally is set up the proper expectations. Don't make anyone lows their lows or anyone's highs their highs. Just make sure that they are focused on the long-term end result, and always reminding them humility, always reminding them this isn't the end result, whether it's good or bad. This is just part of your journey. Doing that sets up the right expectation every time and always. Representatives ask for handouts. Oh man, if you can just throw me somebody, right? Can you just put somebody in my organization? Man, if you can just recruit the next person and put him in my team. Do you have anybody, any prospects for me? That's a representative mindset. A representative, again, is dependent on someone else, right? They're waiting for someone to do something for them. A leader, however, just elevates himself, herself, and or the whole team. A leader never waits for anybody to give him a handout. I had to make many compromises over many years, and I never, A, let it impact me emotionally. B, I'm like, okay, I know what I am in control of. Whatever is external out of my body in my business, business does not impact me in any way, shape, or form. I'm going to make it happen one way or the other because I'm in charge. 100% responsibility, zero excuses. Now, again, you infusing that into your leadership, into your leaders, into the people you're working with is going to take care of you in the ages to come. Why is that something, again, relevant, important, 100% necessary? Because you're going to end up being a babysitter to many people who are like, please, please, bird feed me, bird feed me, bird feed me. And you're going to get frustrated. You're going to want to quit even at times. You're going to react and be negative because you lost your, you know what? In other words, your emotional intelligence has not been the best because you yourself have allowed representatives in your organizations. Remember, everyone starts as a representative. I started as a representative. However, for the last time, you need to develop your individuals to a leader. This is why we are focused on leadership, high-end leadership. This is why Monday night leaderships are important, right? By the way, tonight, for those of you who are part of our community, you are not going to want to miss it. Corey Cromray is bringing the heat. The president of Driven, co-founder, will be bringing the heat tonight, and you're going to want to be part of that at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's keep going. Let's talk about one of the things that is a signature move of red flag, representative. A representative blames and complains. A representative would blame upline, downline, soundline, compensation plan, systems, whatever it may be, right? And I'm speaking from experience in here. For 14 years, I've been in and out of network marketing. I've done very, very well, and I've made a lot of money, lost a lot of money too, but I've done okay for myself to have dealt with thousands and tens of thousands of individuals. And a representative will always find that one thing to blame. Man, only if I had that one video, everything will be great. Man, only if I had the time that you have, everything will be great. Man, only if I had this, only if I had that. And there's the if factor all the time, not the it factor, but the if factor. See, a leader just takes responsibility. Man, I don't care what's going on. I don't care what you tell me. I'm going to make it. And that's my example, by the way. I mean, from a startup to, it's about 2 years ago officially, but for me, 2.5 years ago. And as a startup, you have many downs and a few ups. And then for 2 years straight, just kept on growing and going. Doesn't matter what hit, what rocks, what valleys, what lows. I'm going to keep on going, and I'm going to keep consistent in my daily activity. It does not matter. I will keep going. I will keep going. I will keep going. And I did exactly just that. And then eventually, everybody's calling you lucky, right? So the harder I work, the luckier I become, right? But you need to make sure that you are taking responsibility and teaching the team. I'm giving you this, and hopefully you write it down, by the way. Hopefully you start implementing masterminds within your own organizations, teaching your team, taking the next 90 days and creating a system where every single thing that I'm being training right now is being trained within your own organizations. I can promise you it'll make 1,000,001 differences for you and for your business. A representative looks for shortcuts. Always. You know, what's the fastest way? Yeah, okay. Can I just blast a post in a group for 100,000 people, and then hopefully somebody's gonna click on my link? Can I just use a funnel? Can I just use a fake follower? Can I just use a fake bot? They are just looking for a quick shortcut. A leader does the fundamentals, the basics, and does it with integrity. See, how you do anything is how you do everything. And I'm here to tell you, if you are looking for shortcuts in your business, I know you're looking for shortcuts in your finances. You're looking for shortcuts in your taxes. You're looking for shortcuts in everything. And me personally, from my experience and the mentors that I have had, and I've had some successful mentors in the hundreds and billions of dollars who have taught me a shortcut is the longest way towards failure. A shortcut is the longest way towards failure. I would much rather do it in a slow fashion, but make sure that it's going to be solid, foundational for a very long time, than trying to do something short and quick for the short term so I can have to redo it all over again. If you are familiar with the network marketing jumpers, if you don't know what that term is, it's someone who goes from network marketing company 1 year or 1 month or 1 quarter every single time looking for the next quickest fast start bonus. Those are individuals who are looking for shortcut. They don't care how ineffable it may, they don't care how people may be heard. They don't care if there's a product or service, as long as it is referred to and make 1,000. Hey, cool, let me do that real quick and run away to the next network marketing company. Make sure that you are doing it and building solid foundation or with integrity. Okay, a representative tries everything that doesn't work. Now that hurts a little, right? The representative tries everything that does not work. I did that, by the way. I am calling myself out too. I once upon a time tried everything because I thought if I try this, it's gonna work. And if I try that, I tried everything at first when I was a representative that did not work. Besides the one thing that I was being taught, the system that will work, because I was looking for a shortcut, because I was blaming that the uplines kept some secrets for me, because I had low EQ and I was emotionally agitated on the high or on the low, because I was dependent on someone else to create my success instead of taking my own responsibility to it. So again, making sure that you stick to a system and you teach your field, your leaders, a system that you create an actual camaraderie, you create a colleague environment. I'm working right now as we speak, literally started today with our leaders. These are the circle of champions, the trainers, the impact leaders for our company. And I'm going to be working with them to create systems that we all see as a unifying process for everyone to follow suit with. So we are no longer creating dependent representatives waiting for us to do three-way calls. See, that is how you develop a leader. If you are looking to create a multiple seven-figure revenue for yourself and take it from someone who is setting himself up to do just that, you need to create leaders, not representatives. You need to take responsibility, not blame. You need to elevate your emotional intelligence, not fall into the muck of negativity and becoming a complaint box for your team. And I say that out of love. I say that because I respect you. I say that because I want you to become the success story that I already know you are. But you are 100% delaying the greatness that is in front of you just because instead of becoming a leader, you yourself may still be acting as a representative. Don't be a rep. That's Network Marketing in 1997. Amway just called. They said, can you give us our t-shirt back? You need to be a leader. You need to be an example of what your team needs to become. If your team sees nothing but someone who is emotionally unstable because they're just agitated and frustrated and dependent on someone or something else, I'm here to tell you, you're part of the problem. I was number one in a community that we are in right now. And guess what? I worked with what I could and created what I could create every single day and took responsibility when it didn't work. I mean, have you ever heard, and please call me out, I don't care who you are, I always take responsibility for everything that happens, everything that does not work. Everyone who has ever felt or may feel some type of way, I take responsibility 100% of the time. I call myself out. I'm the first one to get on that mic and say, hey, I messed up, no matter who messed up, actually. And I don't say that to brag. I say that to hopefully inspire the right mental fortitude, to hopefully inspire the right behavior. Take ownership. You are a leader, not a sales rep of a tomato company. Let's go. It's time for us to build it. It's time for us to grow as leaders. It's time for us to become the champions that we are and we know for a fact are. It isn't just about edification. It isn't about a Zoom where we having a crappy day and I show up in Zoom and say, okay, here's my face. I'm a leader for a quick hour out of the last 16. No, it is a 24/7 thing. And if you say I'm taking my responsibility of becoming a leader, then do that. Not just when you're on camera, but actually be a leader. And I just gave you the recipe. And I'm not perfect. That's why I read so far 96 books this year alone, or listened to 96 books this year so far, because I know I always need to elevate myself, because I know there is always continual room for growth, because I know there is so much for me to learn, because I know I am the rookiest of all rookies, regardless of what you think of me. Until you accept that sense of responsibility, boy, sit your butt down and take a piece of paper and pen. You need to take some notes. Please. Be the leader. Stop it. It is no more the time to complain. Our community Our company, our industry needs you to be the leader we all know you are. Our families, your family, your spouse, your kids are watching you, and they're seeing someone who's frustrated and angry and mad. And you'll wonder why everybody around you doesn't see you as a leader, because they see the left side of the column that I just listed. Someone who is emotionally unstable, dependent, asking for a handout, complaining and blaming everybody else and not taking ownership. It is your time. I personally believe in you. And I'm not saying it for the camera. I'm saying it because I talk to many of you individually. I spend a lot of time on Zooms every single day, and I will continue to do so because I take responsibility in your development. I know it is my responsibility that you are not necessarily in the leadership role that you need to be. But I will promise you this, I'm elevating myself today and right now, and I'm praying to God that you do the same exact thing for yourself. Take me on this challenge. Let's grow and become the leaders we always, and I'm not talking about money. Money comes and goes. I'm talking specifically here on impact. Show me your team. Show me the growth that your team is experiencing. Show me the people and how you are impacting their lives for the better. Show me the vacations you're creating for them. Show me their kids and how they're becoming the spitting image of the growth of their parents. Show me the relationships that you're making better. Show me the spouses that they are becoming better spouses to one another. Now that's something that I'll brag about all day, every day, baby. All day, every day. I love the impact that I'm creating. I love the couples that I talk to every single day. I love the people that I talked to recently that because of my conversation, some of them got married and engaged and having babies. That's called life. Money comes and goes, but my impact, oh, it will live forever. That is something that I take pride in. That's what you would call legacy. So start leading. Stop being a rep and start leading. I expect you to lead the way. I expect you to bring the masses tonight at 9 p.m., your teams, your active community members within our Young Entrepreneur Project. And for those of you who are looking on the outside saying, what the heck is Young Entrepreneur Project? Is the world's greatest entrepreneurial community where we help people start, grow, or scale businesses and teach them all the skills necessary to never depend on anyone else but themselves, to create a laptop lifestyle, to be the greatest individuals that they can be for themselves, for their families, and everyone that comes within them. I believe in you. I love you. And I hope that you are ready for an amazing money-making Monday, for an amazing motivational Monday, for an amazing impactful Monday. Until later on tonight at 9 p.m., I love you and I appreciate you. Have yourself a blessed day.